In West Virginia, thousands of voters are switching parties. A pro-Israel lobby has gifted the state's senior senator almost $500,000, and a chemical spill has killed 2 people and injured many more. Summer's just around the corner, and this is the Appalachian News Roundup. Ahead of the state's primary election on May 12th, West Virginia's Secretary of State Chris Warner reports that more than 68,000 voters have changed party affiliation since 2024. This follows a decision by the state Republican Party to close its primary process to everyone except party members. This changes the process that was in place for decades, in which people of any party affiliation could request either a Republican, Democratic, or unaffiliated ballot. Since the change, almost 43,000 more West Virginians have registered as Republican. Though, interestingly, there's also been an uptick in independent voters, who now make up about 25% of the electorate. And with only a minor increase in newly registered voters, the majority of gains appear to be coming from Democrats leaving their party and now registering as Republicans. Still, despite these gains for the Republican Party, the move remains controversial. For his part, Republican political strategist Greg Thomas told West Virginia Metro News that the party is walking into a self-made trap, and that closing the primary sends a negative message that different ideas or policies are not welcome. On the topic of state primaries, West Virginia's incumbent U.S. Senator Shelley Moore Capito made headlines this week, as it was revealed that out-of-state supporters have funneled more than $482,000 into her re-election campaign through the American Israel Public Affairs Committee, or AIPAC. The campaign, whose total budget surpasses $5 million, eclipses the money raised by Capito's challengers in the race, with State Senator Tom Willis, the next highest-raising candidate, raking in just over $100,000. Capito is also unique in the race, as nearly half of all of her campaign contributions have come from committees rather than individuals. And as far as support from AIPAC in particular, Capito has remained a staunch supporter of Israel, even as independent experts have accused the nation of committing genocide against Palestinians. Finally, a new report from the AFL-CIO found that West Virginia is one of the deadliest states for workers, a determination which came only a few days after a chemical emergency left 2 employees dead and others injured or in critical condition last month. It occurred at Catalyst Refiners Incorporated in Kanawha County. Though an investigation remains open, preliminary information indicates that employees were decontaminating the site when an incident occurred, exposing them to hazardous amounts of hydrogen sulfide almost instantaneously. This is just the latest in West Virginia's long history of such incidents. 40 workers in the state died in their workplaces in 2024, and according to the AFL-CIO's Death on the Job report, the state remains the 7th deadliest nationwide. And labor leaders in the state warn that federal efforts to scale back workplace safety protections may undermine worker safety even farther. Last year, federal officials proposed eliminating more than 90% of the workforce at the National Institute for Occupational Safety and Health. Those layoffs were later reversed, but currently only 6 federal inspectors are available to review over 60,000 employers in the state, meaning it would take 168 years to inspect every workplace at least once. I'm Griffin with 100 Days in Appalachia, and that's the latest from the hills to the hollers.